Lovely. Oh, good. I'm picking up an echo. See if I can figure out where that's coming from. I'm assuming I have... Yeah, I've got the stream in a window somewhere, and it's... So I don't know if you're hearing that or not. I hope you're not. Ah, there it is. Yeah, that took care of it. All right. So you're not hearing it. You weren't ever hearing it. It was just me and my headphones. Yeah, so while I was working today, one of the things that's nice about working at home and having your synthesizers nearby is like when you're eating lunch or you're just off a call and you've got a couple minutes to spare, you can reach up and, put your hands on the devices and see what happens. And I think, sort of nothing. I hit a key and started fiddling with parameters and started building some drone patches. So I've got 2 or 3 new FM-based drones that I will be building tracks with. In fact, I kind of already have. I can... I think if we go to this pattern, I can play you just a touch of what happens. Evolution. Anyway, I'm going to play with that one, and then I've got a couple of other patches that aren't actually in patterns. I was gonna make a pattern, and then I just sort of said, you know what, I had it playing that kind of grungy, dirty drone for a little while as I was setting up and getting sound checked. And I said, I'll just play with that for a little while. We'll let it run, see if anybody shows up for a little while. I'm going to try to stream for a while tonight. My girl's out of town. I'm all here alone. Well, my daughter's here, but she has her own stuff going on. She 8, and they're playing video games or whatever it is 18-year-olds do these days. So I'm here and able to do my first stream of 2023, my first stream in quite some time. I know that I did not stream as much in 2022 as I had intended to. I had set myself a little bit of a goal to stream more frequently, and at that goal, I failed miserably. I really didn't do it. Lots of stuff came up. My ability to focus on sitting down with y'all every week or 2 or month even seemed to, something would always come up. That's my bad. It's why I'm not a YouTube personality or an influencer of any kind. But I hope you all will forgive me, and we'll see if maybe one of my New Year's resolutions is to stream more frequently, and hopefully you will get the rewards of that. I will let you in on some of my other goals for 2023. I believe that I will be releasing, I'd like to release at least 4 logical releases this year, one per quarter, as it would work out. One for each solstice and one for each equinox. Can't imagine anybody's done that before. Yeah, I know they have. And they won't. They're not. I'm not trying to reproduce coil here. I'm not going to release them on said astronomical events. I'm merely targeting one release every 3 months. 2 will be drone oriented, hence some of the stuff maybe that you've been hearing there, and 2 will be more rhythmic. Another thing that's come up, one of the big changes you see here, the Syntakt. This was not part of my collection the last time we met. I bought this right around the time they put that price cut. I think it was Black Friday, I suppose. And then I waited patiently for Christmas when I could unwrap it from under the tree. And ever since, most of everything I've done has been to play around with this. I've got one whole Elektron project pretty full of stuff. There's just me kind of getting my head around it. It's got its own unique things. I can tell you right now, those of you that are Elektron fans, the 2 key things that everybody says are different about it, I don't feel like I am really engaged with those aspects of this box quite yet. And that is the analog effects and the things that you can do with it, and these performance controls. I know they're there, but I haven't quite made it around to working with them. So yeah, it's still a learning experience. It's a new piece of gear. Anytime you get a new instrument or a new piece of gear, a new thing, you need some time to start to learn it, get used to it, see what it does. Not quite there yet, but I did do. You know what? I'll load these up just to. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna save it. What I was gonna say, I've got like 3 or 4 things I played for the boys in Harmeline, and they really enjoyed them. It was sort of this take where I was sitting there. I had been listening to Fela Kuti and some Afrobeat, and I started programming some rhythms with that sort of feel, and it's like I really kind of like this, but it certainly isn't logical music. I don't think there's one thing to have stylistic changes like I do. I think that maybe it's enough of a shift. I mean, I do a lot of different stuff, and I've got a lot of music that just sits on my hard drive because it doesn't feel like it fits at any given time. Sometimes those things end up fitting in a couple years when I change approaches or change moods or whatever. But certainly right now, this stuff is about as far away from, the sort of post-industrial techno meets 90s IDM thing that I do. And so, there's definitely intersections with the 90s IDM thing, but yeah, it's very, very different. And so maybe there will be a side project. That's not one of my New Year's resolutions, but if that stuff sees the light of day, and I think it's worth seeing the light of day, it probably will not be a logical release. But Yeah, I see I'm probably talking to myself. That's okay. I'm used to talking to people and know people, and I'm not expecting any answers. If anybody wants to come and watch this later, it's better than me just sitting there staring into the camera, I would assume. But what we will do is take the focus off of the Digitone and move over to the Syntakt itself. I will say, I will point out, you see I have added my PayPal address and my Venmo address. Anyone who does come by and want to tip me, that's always appreciated. The bigger deal, some of you may have seen on my Bandcamp a couple of months ago, I released my first Logical merch, which is a shirt with the design that you see there, a sort of steely. It's a AI. The AI played a big part in it. I know AI art is controversial, but I did a lot of poking and prodding at the AI, and I did a fair bit of post processing, and so I also found it really interesting, the sort of how much the abstract symbology that the AI generated was actually applicable to the sort of mind map of the interior of Logical's brain. So I found it very, very inspiring and appropriate. So I have this design on a shirt in heather gray, and I have this design on a black shirt with the overlay colors slightly different. That shirt will be going away in the next couple months. I'll probably keep it around till March, and then I will. I've got a number of designs that I'm working on, and I will replace it with a new design. So if you like this design and would like to see it on a t-shirt, then by all means, hopefully you'll hear me talk about this more, and I will cajole you into purchasing one. They are very affordable. I think I'm only asking $20, which is like just above what I'm paying for it to have it made. I know I have a number of happy owners of the shirt already, and I appreciate every one of you that has one, and anyone else who wants one. Like I said, get it now. It will go away, and then it will be replaced by a different design. So, enough of begging and pleading for your hard-earned coin. Now, let's turn to the fun stuff. Let's turn to the Syntakt. So, I'm sure by now, this machine's been out close to a year. Has it been a year? It certainly came out early-ish last year, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was late the year before. What is time, really? But needless to say, most people know what this box is and what it does. If you don't, the back of the paperback version is it is sort of a best of from the voices, the digital voices in Elektron's model cycles, which are these voices up here, 1 through 8. And then there are 4 analog voices, which is sort of a best of the analog rhythm, however you want to pronounce it. I always mispronounce. I hear everybody call this other box the Digitone. I guess that's how they pronounce it, but to me, it'll always be the Digitone. Anyway, Syntakt. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start building some patterns, and we'll just see what happens. I guess if anyone wants to chime in at any point, I do have the chat up. Holla at your boy, and we will just see what happens here. I'm going to go off mic, and we will rock and roll. Oops. Time to change it up anyway. Time to change the mood, right? Right, Trev? I. Here to change the mood. Let's see. Let's go. Let me go to a different bank. Let's do this. Are you gonna? Will you fix it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're gonna slow it down. Remove ya. Yes. A little one drop. It's it's still too fast. Maybe. Let's see. We'll use the analog hat this time. Let's just. What key we want to do? Let's do A minor this time. Maybe, or G. Nah, yeah. All right. Let's try it. Pentatonic minor. Yeah. And A. Keyword fold. Yeah. How about Kevin Key? Yeah. dumb bass. We'll see what we can do about some more dumb bass. think we'll go back to Drone Town now. As the sun sets in the west. Our heroes open the sealed box. As they lift the lid, a blinding white light emits from the hollows within. We're not sure what it is, but it's awe-inspiring all the same. Little Skills, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. We'll just let the Digitone sing us to the end of the world. Recap for anybody else who's joined us. I don't think anybody else has. I think it's just us. We started with some drones, we did some Syntakt, we played around. Now we've got some more drones. It's just sort of, you know, you saw I just decided, like, you know what? The Digitone needs to be involved here. And somehow I got it into this sort of state. Kind of detuned radio flanger Elektron. Thirsty. I work up a thirst doing this. I really do. Even though I'm not singing or anything. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. It's hard to think with the world ending. Talking to me. Trev, that's almost one of those. I really liked it when you brought the vocal samples in. Moments. There were no vocal samples. Seriously, he's talking to us. You hear it? Yes, it was. That was a great show. For those who watch this later and wondering what we're talking about, Harmeline played one of the No Fests. Threv, you'll have to remind me of the name of the place. But we did this set. It was amazing. The three of us played some of our park grounds. I don't, yeah. It was a weird place. Anyway, I think it was Ryan Dempsey's family was there, and after the show, they were like, we loved it, and we loved that part where you had the voices coming in and talking, and there were no voices that came in and talked. There were no vocal samples in that set. This just reminds me of that because it's. Save this one for sure. The monsters. That's what it sounds like. It is saying whole world love cheese. I hear it saying Tron ass shirt. Why is he wearing that Tron ass shirt? The monsters. Okay, here's what we're gonna do real quick. Just so everybody can witness this, we're going to go into sounds. Go into our sound manager, and we're going to go into this, we're going to save to here, and we're going to call it, I guess we'll call it The Monsters. The Radio Monsters. Monster Radio Man, what? What was that song called? Is that what it's called? Wow, just enough characters. How short since they turn up dialogue. Save. Oh, tags. Let's see. Well, I can tell you it is evolving. I can tell you it's a texture. We'll call it a sound effect. Sure. We'll call it noisy. I like how epic and fail are two of the tags that you can choose there and they're right next to each other. I'm sure there's tons of people that have noticed that and put that on all of their presets when they save them. Save. Yeah. There should be a goddammit Simpson tag. I wish you could create your own tags. That'd be nice. One of the things that I'm probably going to try to do is package these up and put them somewhere for people to download. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? I've been looking at finishing setting up my Patreon that I started setting up a long time ago and never got around to finishing it because it was very difficult to determine what to do with the different tiers. And one thing I still have to resolve is some of you, like you, Little Skittles, are very, very dear and close friends that care about me and love me and subscribe to me on Bandcamp, so they get everything I make as I put it out, including stuff that other people don't get. And the thing is that that's basically Bandcamp's half-assed version of Patreon. And figuring out how to make Patreon do its thing while not jipping out those friends of mine. I mean, maybe I could just like stop doing the subscription telemetry feed, or I could just do monthly small things on Patreon and you'll get things like, I don't know, download a sound pack every month, or, you know, I'll make some special, you know, things like this. Like, I could send you a logical postcard every month or two. Wouldn't that be nice? Don't you want a logical postcard or two? Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I know Lil Skittles has one, but if you don't have your Logical t-shirt with the Steely design, as seen here, and as seen down in the screen, you've got a couple more months, and I'm going to take that one down and replace it with another one. Hey, you wore your shirt on Christmas Day. That makes me so incredibly happy. I think I saw a picture. I think you posted a picture in one of the Slacks of yourself wearing the Logical shirt, and it got me all verklempt. I loved that. You know, the fun thing about this music that I've made this evening, I normally, most of the time when I'm here and I'm droning and I'm doing my thing, I'm recording everything to multi-track into Logic. Tonight, I'm not. I will have the audio track of the recording, but this stuff is all work in progress. I don't think. I mean, I might could take some of the drones, but this was a thing. This is not a session. You know, some folks have received. You know, that's something on the subscriber feed. You know, they have people who subscribe have full-fledged releases with some of the material that I've performed and improv live here on stream, where I've taken it, I've, you know, maybe made it a little more listenable, or something. I think a couple of them are just raw, like here it is. But yeah, this stuff, obviously the stuff on the Syntakt, I have those sequences, and I can just, fully arrange those things. And I might do that, but in the form that they were tonight, that's the way they were. They're captured on stream. You can go back and listen to them on YouTube, I suppose. Yeah, absolute treasures. It was fun. It's always fun. A lot of times when I go back and listen to this stuff, it's all right. Hey, there's Angelique. Angelique's in Los Angeles. Everybody say hi to Angelique in Los Angeles. She's not at home. Hi, Angelique. You missed the Hey Monsters. Here's the Hey Monsters. I swear it sounds like there's voices in there. It's so cool. The Monsters. There's no voices in there. That's all FM synthesis. No voices. Oh, so okay. So you all have you've heard some of it, so I don't have to recount the whole thing. I appreciate it. Although I will say, it's as Paul McCartney would say, well, it's getting a little late. We gotta, it's time for our bedtimes. You know, it's 8:30. I have to put up the pizza and get myself ready to read. I need to read my books. Let's have a little. We'll do some book club before a Christmas song with the CS80. That sounds like a great idea. I wish Paul McCartney hadn't already done it. I got this. This is cool. I had to buy this in paperback, Monolithic Undertow, which is a book about drone music, which is pretty appropriate for half the stuff we've done tonight, huh? In Search of Sonic Oblivion, Harry Sword's Monolithic Undertow. I've been wanting to read this for a while. I had some Amazon gift cardage and was able to pick that up for myself. Unfortunately for me, it is not available as an ebook. And I'm a weirdo, and A, I barely have room for any more books, and B, I like to read with my iPad with the lights out. So, no story time. I'm not actually gonna read them. But I just thought I'd share. I'm looking forward to reading it, and it seemed like very appropriate for tonight's content. book on drone music. But I mean, there's pictures of Iggy Pop in here. Well, there's Sun. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I've heard that it's there's a really funny review of that book on Amazon where there's basically a guy who's obviously an amazingly hardcore drone music aficionado who critiques the book for not covering, you know. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Amazingly, it's not written by Ryan Dempsey. I wish he were here to get that joke or to get mad at that joke. Let's find the review because the review is pretty funny. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Can I share my screen? Let's see. It's going to be a pain to share my screen. All right. This is how we're going to close the evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm going to read a review left on Amazon on the book Monolithic Undertow by Harry Sword. And this user, Del Buck, reviewed this in the United Kingdom on July 29th, 2021. And he said, very disappointing, not for true drone lovers. He gave it 2 stars. And he said, I was excited to see a book dedicated to one of my favorite forms of music, namely drone. A lot of drone music is obscure and way under the radar of most music publications, and unfortunately, it has also gone unnoticed by Harry Sword. My heart sank as soon as I glanced at the index. Why any book dealing with drone should feature Chuck Berry, Duran Duran, Happy Mondays, Motorhead, and Ted Nugent, for God's sake, is beyond me. He's got a point. He's got a fair point. The omissions are just as glaring. No Phil Niblock, Kawabata Makoto, Barn Owl, Jonathan Koklau, Andrew Chalk, Matthias Grassow, and so it goes. Even Charlemagne Palestine only gets 2 passing mentions in lists of avant-garde figures when his drone work, such as Schlongo the Love Drone, are essential contributions to the genre. It's so funny. Mr. Sword seems to have had the idea to write this book, then tried to think of every track he's ever heard in which there are a few sustained tones. They mostly turn out to be by mainstream American artists. He's also shoehorned genres like krautrock, techno, space rock, and grunge into the mix. For existing drone lovers, the book is superfluous, and the sad thing is that nobody is going to be turned on to real drone by reading it either. Maybe, Mr. Buck. You've got some fair points. I'm a little disappointed to know that that Ted Nugent gets a passing mention in a book about drone. That just doesn't seem appropriate. I'll report back. I'll let you know what the mention is even about. But yeah, that's just sort of like, wow, even Charlemagne Palestine. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he was, kind of a big New York City avant-gardist, but I mean, yeah, I could be. Maybe I will come away from this book going, yep, needed a more Charlemagne Palestine, but we'll see. Derpus Gratus Gravus. Yep. I can't believe that. Yeah, so like I said at the beginning, I ended last year wanting to do more of these, and then I didn't because I suck. Yeah. I mean, let's start a drum band. Derpus Gratis Gravis, the drum band. You got it. We've got the monster radio drones ready to go. All we have to do is my Digitone and your quadriverb meet in a dark alley, and I think we can make that happen. Yeah, I'm going to try to do more of these. I might even do another one this week. We'll see. Here, home alone, or with Sophie, but, you know, I'm not spending my evenings watching our programs, and I can't watch the programs until Angelique comes back. So that means I can't watch programs, can't watch our shows, our stories, till she's back. So this week I'll have to find other ways to spend my time, and one of those ways might be here on the internet with you lovely people, namely Little Skills. All right, y'all. This has been fun. I really appreciate it. Goodbye, farewell, and see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.